Hello students, myself Bharti V. I am working as assistant professor in STC Degree College, Kolar. Today I am going to explain the concept of advance tax payment. See the meaning of advance tax payment. See the advance payment of tax. The name itself telling it is the tax will be payable in advance. The tax which is payable in advance. Generally in our income tax, the tax which is payable on the income which is earned in the previous year, the income which is earned by the assessee in the previous year, on that income the assessee is liable to pay taxes in the assessment year. But with the introduction of the advance payment of taxes, pay as you earn. See, whenever the income is earned by the assessee, as it is, when the income is earned, immediately the tax will be payable, like with the help of the advance payment of the taxes. See, it is a facility given to the assessee, that is the taxpayer, so that it means that assessee has to pay the taxes. Assessee means the taxpayer is need to pay the taxes. Assessee need to pay, has to pay the taxes simultaneously along with the earnings of his income. See, where the income is earned by the assessee, based on that income, see, along with the income, the tax which is payable by the assessee. Yes, in here the advance payment of tax, if this tax is paid, on the current year's income. Normally, the tax which is payable in our income tax, the tax will be payable based on the previous year incomes, the tax which is payable in the assessment year. But in the case of advance payment of taxes, see the tax which is paid on the current year income. See, current year income, where the income is created on the same year. On the same year, the advance payment of tax is made by the assessee. See here, the advance payment of tax, it is a paying of part of the taxes. Advance payment of tax is paying the part of the taxes. The part of the taxes before the end of the financial year. See, financial year is nothing but the previous year. Before the end of the previous year, so the tax will be payable by the assessee. It is also called as pay as you earn scheme. Pay as you earn. See, the tax will be payable as you. Here you means the assessee. Pay as you earn. Earn means income will be generated. Pay as you earn scheme. It is also advance payment of tax is also called as pay as you earn scheme. Next point, it is the tax payable. It is the advance payment of tax is the tax payable if the tax liability is more than rupees 10,000 in the financial year. See, where the total tax liability of the assessee in the financial year is less than rupees 10,000, the assessee need not necessary of payment of the advance payment of tax. Where the total tax liability of the assessee, if it is more than 10,000, then the assessee need to pay advance payment of tax to the assessing officer. See the next point, conditions of liability to pay advance tax under section 208. See here, what is the condition to pay the advance tax by the assessee? See, it shall be, the advance tax shall be payable during the financial year. The financial year is nothing but the previous year, that is the income earned year, where the assessees earn the income in every cases, whether the assessee may be a individual person, the partnership firm, either the company. See, whatever may be the cases, every cases where the amount of tax payable by the assessee during the year is more than rupees 10,000. It is very important thing. Where the taxable income of the assessee, if it is more than rupees 10,000, then the assessee will be pay the taxes. See, that it should be in the form of advance payment of taxes. The next point is computation of advance tax under section 209. See, computation of advance tax payable. Who is calculated the advance taxes? How the advance tax will be calculated? See, under that, the computation by the assessee. Advance tax will be computed by the assessee. Assessee means the taxpayer. Then computation by the assessing officer. The assessing officer is the person who is assessing, either evaluating, either calculating what is the tax payable by the assessee. Installments of advance tax and due dates. Under section 211, see advance tax will be payable in 4 installments by the assessees. That installments and the due dates as under. See the due dates of installments. The due dates of installments and what is the part of the amount, because the advance tax will be the payable of tax in part. See whatever the part of tax will be payable in throughout the year by the assessee, see that will be in the 4 installments. The first installment will be on or before 15th June. Because if the financial year is divided into 4 quarters, that is 3 months in each quarter. See on or before 15th June, the assessee need to pay 15% of advance tax. Whatever the tax liability is calculated by the assessee on the tax liability, the 15% of tax is paid in advance by the assessee. That is the on or before 15th June, the first part of the tax which is payable by the assessee after determining his tax liability, that is 15% of the tax as the advance tax. The second installment is on or before 15th September. See after the first payment, the second installment is started. That is 15th September. So on the 15th September, the remaining 30% of advance tax will be payable. Say after calculating the tax liability, out of the tax liability, 15% is already paid in the first installment. In the second installment, assessee is paid 30%. Therefore, up to 45% total. Here the 15% and there will be the 30%. Total 45% of tax which is payable by the assessee up to the second installment. See the third installment on or before 15th December. On or before 15th December, remaining 30% of tax will be payable as advance tax. Remaining 30% of the taxes. That is, therefore, the total will be 15 plus 30 plus 30. Then up to 75% of the tax liability is cleared by the assessee. Then the fourth installment is on or before 15th March. On or before 15th March, that is end of the financial year. See in that time the fourth installment, the balance of out of total 100, the balance payable, that is 25% of the advance tax is payable in the fourth installment. Therefore up to the fourth, for payment of the fourth installment, see here the 15% is already cleared in the first installment. 30% is cleared in the second installment, remaining 30% is cleared in the third installment and the remaining 25% is cleared in the fourth installment. Then at the time of payment of the taxes, assessee feel free to pay the taxes, because in the case of the entire tax will be payable at the end of the year means assessee feel burden to pay the taxes at the end. See, instead of the payment of taxes at the end of the year, if the assessee is paid the taxes in an installment scheme means assessee feel free to pay the taxes to the government, and it is also easy to assessing the taxes and also payable, and it is increasing revenue to the government and also avoid the tax evasion, tax avoidance by the assessee, because the taxes as payable, pay as you earn. Whenever the income is earned by the assessee, so tax is also payable by the assessee, so that it is favorable both to individual and as well as the government, because the government itself is also easy to collecting the taxes, and even the taxpayer is also feel free to pay the taxes in the installment scheme. Let's see with the example of some of the practical questions. See, the first question is, Shri Das has estimated the following income for the financial year 2018 and 19. Here the assessee, that is Shri Das, is estimated the following incomes. Is calculated, either estimating the following incomes may be arised in the financial year 2018 and 19. See, the incomes are income from house property rupees 1,40,000. Shri Das is earned the house property income in the financial year 2018 and 19, that is rupees 1,40,000. And income from business or profession, that is 14,50,000 is total business income, and the professional income is 14,50,000. And dividend from Indian company rupees 20,000. Here they are given the 3 examples. Out of the 3 examples, while at the time of calculating calculating the gross total income, we know assessee will be calculated the gross total income. Assessee will have majorly 5 heads of income. Under that, income from salary, income from HP, income from business or profession. The fourth head is income from capital gain and income from other sources. So we need to be verify the question whether the incomes are taxable incomes or the incomes are not taxable income. See the given example, income from house property rupees 1,40,000. Yes, it is liable under the second head, that is income from HP, that is income from house property. Then income from business or profession, see it is also liable under the third head of gross total income, third head of our income, that is income from business or profession, hence it is also taxable. See the third example which is given, dividend from Indian company. See the dividend from Indian company is the exempted income. So that this item is not considered for the calculation. If we considered under the head of other sources also, it is not taxable. With the help of this example, we need to calculate it. Determine the amount of installments payable as advance tax during the year. We need to calculate the advance payment of taxes as per our due dates. Before calculating advance payment of tax, first we need to cross check whether the tax liability of the assessee is more than 10,000 or not, because the advance tax payable only in the case where the taxable income of the assessee if it is more than rupees 10,000. So that to calculating the tax liability, see before calculating the tax liability we need to know what is the total taxable income of the assessee. See, so that for the calculation of advance payment of tax we need 3 steps. Step number 1 is calculation of taxable income of the assessee. Step number 2 is calculation of tax liability of the assessee, and step number 3 is calculation of advance payment of taxes as per the installments, either as per the due dates of the advance payment of tax. See for the given questions, now I will calculate the advance payment of tax. See the step 1 is computation of total income of the assessee. See for the calculation of total income of the assessee, in the question they are given income from HP, income from house property and income from business and profession and income from Indian company. So with the help of that information, now we need to calculate what is the total taxable income of the assessee. See for the calculation as it is particulars and rupees column, and we need to consider the heads of income which is given in the question. See the first point they are given income from HP, that is house property. Income from house property, the given amount is 1,40,000, and income from business or profession, income from business or profession 14,50,000, 14,50,000, and the next point they are given dividend from Indian company, dividend from Indian company. See, it's a very important thing where the dividend from Indian company, dividend from Indian company is exempt for the calculation. It is not taxable. If it is dividend from foreign company, if it is dividend from foreign company, yes, it is taxable. If it is a dividend from Indian company, means it is not considered for the calculation, that is exempted, it is not taxable. So that gross total income 15,90,000. So after calculating the GTI, gross total income, we need to deduct if there is any deductions under section 80C to 80U if any given in the question. See deductions under section 80C to 80U if any. In this question there is no deductions are given. Therefore taxable income is 15,90,000. See, taxable income of the assessee is 15,90,000. See, first we need to cross check the question first. Income from HP they are given 1,40,000. Whatever the incomes they are given. See, that incomes we need to consider whether it is taxable income, we need to consider for the calculation whether it is an exempted income. See, we need to write as a exempted either whatever the related points they are given. See, income from HP 1,40,000, income from business they are given 14,50,000, and dividend from Indian company it is not taxable, it is exempted, so that the gross total income is 15,90,000. In that we need to deduct the deductions under section 80C to 80U if any given in the question. There is no deductions given in the question, else it is nil. Therefore, taxable income is 15,90,000. See, after calculating the taxable income of 15,90,000, we need to calculate the tax liability. See, Mr. Das is an individual person, so that we need to apply the rules of a taxes which is applicable to the individual person. With the help of this, now we will calculate the tax liability. See, step 2 is computation of tax liability. For the calculation of tax liability also we need particulars and amount column. See here, Mr. Das is an individual person. He is not a firm, he is not a company, so he is an individual person. So that the rate of taxes which is applicable, that to the previous year rate of taxes will be considered, because the tax which is payable by the assessee where the income is earned. See, income is earned in the previous year, that is 2018 and 19. Even the tax rates is also applicable for the year of 2018 and 19. So the tax will be payable on that rate of taxes which is applicable as per the rule of assessment of tax. See, for the calculation of tax, on first rupees 2,50,000 up to rupees 2,50,000, so no tax will be payable by the assessee. See, that is exempted as per the rules which are given by the income tax authority. See, the up to rupees 2,50,000, no tax will be payable by the assessee, that is exempted, that is nil. See, for the next rupees 2,50,000, for the next rupees 2,50,000, assessee need to pay the taxes at 5%. See, 2 lakh up to rupees 2,50,000, no tax will be payable. For the next rupees 2,50,000, assessee need to pay 5% of the taxes, that is 2,50,000 into 5%. Therefore, tax payable 12,500 on 2,50,000. And for the next for the next rupees 5 lakhs, which is taxable at 20%. Say on the next rupees 2 lakh, the tax will be payable at 20%, because here the total taxable income is 15,90,000. It is above 10 lakhs. Then assessee is applicable under the 3 slab rates, that is 5%, 20%, and the next slab rate of 30% is also eligible. Why it is eligible? Because the total taxable income of the assessee is more than 10 lakhs. So that is 15,90,000 will be the taxable income. So that we need to pay 5% slab, 20% slab, and even 30% of slab is also. See, 5 lakhs into 20%. Therefore, tax payable for the next 5 lakh is 1 lakh rupees. See, next the assessee need to pay the taxes on balance, because here the total taxable income of the assessee is 15,90,000. So on the balance, see how we will calculate the balance here. The total taxable income is 15,90,000 minus the tax which is already calculated and also the exemption limit. See, on 5 lakhs we already calculate the tax, on 2,50,000 we already calculate the tax, and even 2,50,000 it is exempted. So totally assessee will be already calculated the taxes on 2,50,000, 2,50,000 and 5 lakh, that is 10 lakhs. So balance available for the 30% is 5,90,000. See, it is taxable at the rate of 30%. The tax will be 1,77,000. Therefore, total tax with different slabs is 2,89,500. See, and that again we need to calculate surcharges if applicable. See, surcharge where the total taxable income of the assessee is more than 1 crore, yes, the surcharge is applicable. But in this question, the total taxable income is only 15,90,000, hence no surcharge is applicable. See, it is not applicable. Again, the total is 2,89,500. Then again we need to calculate health and education cess at the 4% on the tax. 2,89,500 into 4%. See, health and education cess is 11,580. Therefore, total tax payable, that is total tax liability of the assessee, is 3,01,080 rupees. 3,01,080 rupees. Now on this tax liability, again we need to calculate advance payment of taxes. See how we will calculate. Step 3 is computation of amount payable on each installment. See, there are 4 installments for the persons. See, on that 4 installments, we need to calculate what is the advance payment of tax. See, the first installment is on or before, as per the installments given by the tax rule. See, on or before 15th June, on or before 15th June 2018. So the total tax liability as per our calculation is 3,01,080. 3,01,080, and that the first installment which is payable at 15%. See, first installment, that is on or before 15th June of the previous year, the financial year, we need to pay here the 15% of tax as a advance tax. Therefore, the first installment advance tax is 45,162. 45,162. So first installment is completed. See, the second installment is on or before 15th September 2018. That is the second installment, on or before 15th September 2018. That is 30% as a second installment. See, total taxable income is 3,01,080 into the rate 30% of amount is payable as advance tax. Therefore, 90,324 rupees is payable in second installment. Then the third installment is on or before 15th December 2018. The third installment is also payable at 30% only. So 3,01,080 into third installment is 30%. The same amount, 90,324. Then the last fourth installment which is payable on or before 15th March 2019. 15th March 2019, that is the balance. See, out of total 100%, already the assessee paid 15% of tax in the first installment. Assessee is already paid 30% of tax in the second installment. Assessee is already paid 30% of installment in the 30% of tax in the third installment. So totally up to 75% of tax is cleared by the assessee. Then pending percentage is 25%. 3,01,080 is the tax liability into 25%. Therefore, tax payable in the third installment is 75,270. Make it total. So total tax payable that must equivalent to the total tax liability, that is 3,01,080. The second example for the calculation of advance payment of tax. See the second example. Mr. Ajay has the following income for the financial year 2018 and 19. Mr. Ajay is an individual person. So again we need to apply the rate of taxes, slab rates of the taxes for the individual persons like previous question. For the financial year 2018 and 19 means the rate of 18 and 19 we need to apply. Business income rupees 4,90,000. They are given the business income rupees 4,90,000. See, that is taxable income under the head business or profession. The next given point is income from HP, that is income from house property rupees 1,20,000. That is also the taxable income under the head house property. Income from other sources. See, under the fifth head income from other sources, the given point is interest on securities rupees 30,000. They are given interest on securities. It is also the taxable item. So interest on security, that is liable under income from other source. With the help of this information, we need to calculate advance tax installments. For the calculation of advance payment of tax, we need to calculate total income. On the total income, again we need to calculate the tax liability. Again we cross check whether the tax liability is more than rupees 10,000 or not for the calculation of installments of advance payment of tax. See, for that the step 1, computation of total taxable income of Mr. Ajay. Here the associate is Mr. Ajay. So we need to calculate the taxable income, taxable total income of Mr. Ajay. The given point is income from business. Income from business they are given. See, that is a taxable income. So income from business 4,90,000. The second point given in the question is income from HP, that is house property. Income from HP, house property, the amount is 1,20,000. The next point given income from other source, that is the fifth head of our gross total income from other source. Under that income from other sources, they are given interest on securities. Interest on securities, it is a taxable income. So we need to consider for the calculations 30,000. Therefore, gross total income 6,40,000. Gross total income is 6,40,000. Out of GTI, gross total income, we need to deduct deductions under section 80C to 80U if any given in the question. Even in this question is also no deductions are given, nil. Therefore, taxable income is also 6,40,000. See here the taxable income is 6,40,000 means it is applicable with the slab rates. See, up to the 2,50,000 no tax is payable by the Ajay, and from 2,50,000 to up to 5 lakh the second slab rate of 5% is liable to pay by the Ajay, and again from the balance of rupees 1,40,000 the second slab rate will be liable to pay by the assessee. Let's see what is the total tax payable. Step 2 is computation of tax liability of Mr. Ajay. See, for the particulars and rupees, for the first of rupees 2,50,000 of taxable income, no tax is payable by the assessee. Up to rupees 2,50,000, the tax is exempted. The tax is nil. For the next rupees 2,50,000, the tax payable at rupees 5%. See, for the next 2,50,000, tax payable by the assessee is 5%. Therefore, tax payable is 12,500. See on the balance. See, for the next slab of up to 5 lakh. So assessee, here the up to 2,50,000 is exempted. For the next slab is payable at 5%. Therefore, already for the 5 lakh rupees tax is clear. Then we need to calculate tax for the balance. See, balance liable at the second slab, that is 20%. See how we will calculate the balance. The total taxable income is 6,40,000 minus the amount which is already paid the taxes 2,50,000 and 2,50,000, that is 5 lakhs. Therefore, balance is 1,40,000 into the rate of tax which is applicable is 20%. Therefore, tax payable 28,000. The total tax 40,500. Add surcharge if any. Surcharges if any. Here the no surcharge is applicable because the total taxable income is below rupee 1 crore. So no surcharge is applicable. It is not applicable. So total tax is also 40,500. But on this total we need to calculate health and education cess at 4%. See 40,500 into 4%. 1,620 will be the health and education cess. Therefore, tax liability is 42,120. That is the total tax liability. Total tax payable by the assessee are total tax liability. See, on this total tax liability, again we need to calculate the amount of taxes which is payable as advance tax. See, for the calculation of advance payment of tax, that is the step 3, computation of amount payable on each installment. See, as usual, the 4 installments, the assessee will need to pay the taxes under 4 installments. See, the first installment on or before 15th June of financial year, that is 2018 and 19 is our financial year. On or before 15th June 2018, assessee need to pay 15% of advance payment of tax on the taxable income. The taxable income is 42,120 into installment, that is liable at 15%. Therefore, first installment payable is 6,318. Again, the second installment, that is on or before 15th September 2018, the total taxable income is 42,120, which is liable at 30% tax payable. The tax payable in second installment is 12,636. Again, the tax payable in the third installment also 30%. So total tax liability is 42,120 into third installment rate is also at 30%. Then the same amount is payable 12,636. The last installment on the taxable income is 42,120 into the balance. See, already tax payable 15%, 30% and 30%. Therefore, up to 75% of tax is payable. Then balance percentage is only 25% of tax is pending by the assessee. So that is payable in the fourth installment. The fourth installment tax is 10,530. So that is equivalent to the total 42,120. That is the total tax liability. The total tax instead of paying at the end by the assessee, that is payable in the 4 installments. See, the first installment is 6,318. In second installment 12,636. In third installment 12,636. In last installment 10,530. Total tax is payable in the 4 installments. See, like we need to calculate advance payment of taxes of the individual person. Thank you. Now I will explain one more example of advance payment of taxes where the TDS is given. Tax deducted at source is given. See, the question is total income of Mr. Ganesh. Total income of Mr. Ganesh. Mr. Ganesh is the individual person. His total income, he is a resident of India. His total taxable income is rupees 8,20,000. Total taxable income as given is 8,20,000. Calculate advance income tax payable during the financial year 2018 and 19 and find out the installments of tax deducted. Find out the installments and if the tax deducted at source is rupees 2,800. If the TDS is given 2,800, that means the tax which is already deducted by the assessee for the income of the assessee rupees 2,800. See, for this question, now we need to calculate advance payment of taxes. Here, need not necessary of calculating the step 1 because the step 1, that is calculation of total income, they are itself given. Directly, they are given total income of the assessee is rupees 8,20,000. See, that is already given. Hence, we directly go through with the second step, that is calculation of tax liability of the assessee. See the step 2. Computation of tax liability of the assessee. The assessee is Mr. Ganesh. See, computation of tax liability of Mr. Ganesh. See, for the calculation of tax liability, first we need to cross check what is the total income of the assessee. See, if the total income of the assessee is above rupees 2,50,000, either it is above rupees 5 lakh rupees. If it is more than 10 lakhs, see, based on that we need to apply the different income tax slab rates. See, for the first of rupees 2,50,000, for the individual assessees up to the income of rupees 2,50,000, tax is nil. No tax is calculated. For the next of rupees 2,50,000, which is liable at 5%, that the income will be liable at 5%. Therefore, 2,50,000 into 5%, that is 12,500, will be the tax payable. See, next on the balance, assessee need to pay because the total taxable income within 10 lakhs. Therefore, the second slab is liable to paid by the assessee. See how the balance will be calculated. Total taxable income of the assessee is 8,20,000 minus the amount which is already paid in the form of taxes. See, up to 2,50,000 is exempted. For the 2,50,000, 5% is already paid. So that total 5 lakh we need to deduct. See, balance available is 3,20,000. 3,20,000, which is liable at 20%. Therefore, 64,000 will be the tax. 64,000 plus 12,500, 76,500, and surcharge to that value if any. See, no surcharge is applicable even in this question also because the total taxable income is within a crore, so it is not applicable. The total tax 76,500 on 76,500. Again, we need to calculate health and education cess at 4%. See, the health and education cess at 4% on 76,500. Then health and education cess is 3,060. Therefore, the total tax 79,560. That is the total tax. But in this question, they are given the TDS, tax deducted at source. So we need to deduct that TDS minus TDS, tax deducted at source. They are given rupees 2,800. Therefore, tax liability, that the tax need to payable by the assessee. Tax liability 76,760. 76,760. See, on that 76,760, we need to calculate the advance payment of tax. Now I will explain one more example where the TDS is given for the calculation of advance payment of tax. See, the question is total income of Mr. Ganesh, resident of India. Mr. Ganesh is the individual person and also is the resident of India. Is taxable total income they are given. Total income of Mr. Ganesh, they are given 8,20,000. The total income they are given 8,20,000. We need to calculate advance income tax payable during the financial year 2018 and 19 and find out the installments if tax deducted at source is rupees 2,800. See, the TDS is given in this question. Where the TDS is given, so we need to need to calculate the advance payment of tax. Let's see. In this question, they are itself given the total income of rupees 8,20,000. Then need not necessary of calculating the step 1. Step 1 answer, that is total income as given is rupees 8,20,000. Rupees 8,20,000 as a total income they are given. So step 1 is not required to calculate. See, for this total taxable income of rupees 8,20,000, we need to calculate tax payable and also the installments of advance payment of tax. Let's see the step 2. Step 2 is computation of tax liability and the taxable income. See, the total taxable income is rupees 8,20,000. See, the total taxable income is rupees 8,20,000. So on that 8,20,000, we need to calculate the tax which is applicable in the different slab rates. As usual, for the first half, rupees 2,50,000 taxable income. No tax is payable by the assessee. So up to for the first rupees 2,50,000, no tax is payable. For the next half rupees 2,50,000, the tax is payable at 5%. 2,50,000 into 5%. Then tax payable for the 2,50,000 is 12,500. For the next balance value, see, total taxable income is rupees 8,20,000. On this total taxable income of 8,20,000, already up to rupees 5 lakh, the tax is payable by the assessee. See, on the first 2,50,000 which is exempted, not liable for the tax, and for the balance of 2,50,000, the 5% of tax 12,500 is already payable. Therefore, balance available is 3,20,000, which is liable at 20%. The tax payable first, the balance is 64,000. See, 12,500 plus 64,000, the total 76,500 will be the tax as per the slabs. See, on that value, again we need to calculate the surcharge. See, in this question is also surcharge is not applicable because the total taxable income is below 1 crore. So it is not applicable. Surcharge is not applicable. But we need to calculate the health and education cess at 4% on this total taxable income, that is 76,500 into 4%. Then 3,060 will be the education cess. Again make it total. Then we need to deduct the TDS. It is very important point because this 79,560 will be the tax liability of the assessee, but the assessee is already paid the TDS of 2,800. So that the 2,800 need to be deducted from the total tax liability. 79,560 minus TDS 2,800. Therefore, the net tax payable, now the total tax liability of the assessee is 76,760. See, on this 76,760, again we need to calculate the advance payment of taxes as per the installments and due dates. Let's see how we will calculate the advance payment of tax, that is step 3. Computation of amount payable on each installment. See, there are 4 installments for the payment of advance tax. See, the first installment is on or before 15th June 2018. Second installment is on or before 15th September 2018. Third installment is on or before 15th December 2018. And the fourth installment is on or before 15th March 2019. See, the first installment. See, in the first installment, assessee need to pay 15% of advance tax. 76,760 will be the total tax liability into 15% will be the first installment percentage. Then in first installment, assessee need to pay 11,514 as the advance tax. In the second installment, that is on or before 15th September 2019, assessee need to pay 30% of the advance tax on the total taxable income of 76,760. That assessee need to pay 23,028 rupees in the second installment. And the third installment on or before 15th December 2018, assessee need to pay 30% of tax as the advance tax, 76,760 into 30%. Then again assessee paid in the third installment 23,028. Then the fourth installment, that is the on or before for the 15th March 2019. See, assessee is already paid 15%, 30% and 30%, that is up to 75% of tax is already paid. Then balance percentage need to pay is 25%. So therefore 76,760 into 25%. So 19,190 will be payable in the last installment. See, the total will equivalent to the total tax liability of 76,760. See, like we need to calculate advance payment of tax of the assessee. Thank you.